park on that COVID-19 vaccine trial a bit because it did get attention and this concern that the trials didn't reflect the populations that were potentially being affected by COVID or would stand to gain from the vaccine. So in your mind, doctor, was this just as business as usual, not enough focus on diversity up front, and then it was corrected, or was there something unique about the COVID-19 vaccine trials that led concern to emerge about the diversity within?
Well, I have to say that under the leadership of Dr. Francis Collins and Dr. Tony Fauci, and the US government actually was subsidizing these vaccine developments. And Moderna had used and collaborated closely with NIH scientists. And Dr. Collins said, we had to talk about what we're going to do about diversity. When the initial recruitment was laid out, it was a website, you went on, you registered, you were referred to one of the clinical research organizations that were recruiting, and there were about 55 across the country, so quite widespread. However, we know that people of, let's say, less advanced education, people of racial and ethnic minorities are less likely to passively go to a website and volunteer for these kind of things. We need different approaches, different outreaches. And Dr. Collins called myself, Dr. Gary Gibbons from the National Heart, Lung, Blood Institute, and other NIH experts, including Dr. Fauci and other vaccine experts, with what was then called Operational Warp Speed, the Moderna leadership. And we met every Saturday morning for about 3 months to monitor their progress. And we gave them advice. We couldn't tell them what to do, but we gave them advice. And Moderna listened. They paused their recruitment. They focused on targeted samples of African Americans, Latino, Hispanics, who were underrepresented in the initial recruitment numbers. And they reached an adequate number of participation. So 37% of their trial participants were from racial and ethnic minorities. And I think this was a good representation. So we could go out and tell the American people, we tested this vaccine in a broad spectrum of the population, people like you, and it worked. It worked in everybody. And I think this was a huge win for NIH science and a credit to the Moderna leadership for adapting to their recruitment. And this followed other companies doing the same thing. So I think that it is a lesson for future recruitment that you need community at the table to promote these research so we can address misinformation and get people to participate.